Living Pain here. Hope all is well. Well, I'm back down to 203, so I'm definitely starting to flush some of that water out of my system. For sure, what really amazes me is I always know like heart rate variability, or what your resting heart rate is, says a lot about your body and how it's responding and things like that. And 2 days ago, my resting heart rate was 55. It's normally 42 to 45. So it jumped up pretty significantly. And I found that interesting because I didn't know why. And I still don't. Like my heart rate last night was 49 as a resting heart rate while I slept, which is still high. Now, I know I've got, I believe, heavy uric acid gout, which I've been eating cherries like crazy. I've probably had, 3 bags of cherries, 3 bags full, and it's working though. Like my toe right now, if it was a 10 on the pain scale 3 days ago, it's probably sitting around a 3. And one of the big things is I'm doing this 21-day hip opening challenge using gravity yoga, and it started yesterday, and yesterday they had what was called a pigeon pose, and I couldn't even lay my foot down. If you look at the video, it's all my foot's not straight back, because if I would have went straight back, my toe would have been on the ground, and I tried that and it was just so painful. So today I wore a pair of runners, and it wasn't so, and then they ended up not doing the same exercise as yesterday. So anyway, it is getting a little better, and I'm looking forward to it going away, although my heart rate's higher. The one good thing yesterday though is this Aura ring keeps track of deep sleep, REM sleep, all that sort of stuff. And for the first time ever, and I don't know why, I think I got over 2 hours of deep sleep. And to put that in perspective, most of the time it's between 16 minutes and maybe 30 minutes. The only time it would be, I don't even know if it was that high, but if I had like a party night and the pig and whistle, had way too much to drink, and the old you just flop on a bed and pass out, that was the only other time I'd have a deep sleep. So yesterday it was like over 2 hours of deep sleep and over 2 hours, it might have even been close to 3 hours, and then 2 hours of REM. So that's really good, because the deep sleep is when your body repairs itself. What I've done calorie wise, as I mentioned yesterday, is I've cut out the whey protein and any of the supplements that give added calories that are kind of performance driven. I think that I really need to focus on getting the weight down first, and then once it's down, then get into what do I need to do to repair the muscles and things like that. Tonight was good in that this morning I loved it. I got up and at 9 o'clock they have this hip opening challenge, and I love this thing. That like normally I'll get a Facebook ad, and sometimes they get me something to buy, and but most of the time not. And then all of a sudden, and of course because this stuff reads your mind or listens to your iPhone or whatever, up came this cool video of this guy that just, I'm going to help you open your hips. And it just hit me at the right time, like, yeah, I need to open up my hips. And it was such a good video. And but basic, like anybody could have done it. It wasn't like professionally done, although it was well done. And so I signed up, and I'm thinking too, I've got, I've been in business my whole life, so I'm always thinking entrepreneurial and business, and I've got to hand it to this guy. It was $69 US, and this morning online with Zoom, and he's somewhere right now, like I think he's in like Thailand or Barcelona, Spain or something. Like he's living the dream, and then tunes in for 15 minutes to go through the basic exercises, and then he spends like half an hour doing Q&A, but I don't care about that. I just do the exercise. And online today, he had over 200 people. And then at the same time, I'm thinking, well, the people that don't show up online, because you can't do it at 9 o'clock, he has it recorded so that you can turn in later. I go, what if he had like 400 people? And, you do the back of the napkin math, and it's like, man, it's like 27 grand. My hat goes off to him. So for, basically an hour a day is probably all it takes of his time, and goes through the 21 days. And yeah, good. I love it. I love seeing it. Good on him. And guys living the dream, it looks like. For me, though, this gravity yoga, it's, you're basically just sitting in a position. If you see the video, I did it all in fast motion, but it's 5 minutes of just 3 poses. That's all we do. 5 minutes of 3 different poses. And man, oh man, you get up and I can hardly walk, and that's only day 2. And then he's explained that, as we go on, it's going to get more painful, or what's the term, that it's not going to be as easy as it is now. And I'm really intrigued by that, because it's gravity that, you're just sitting there, and then you're trying to let yourself be what he calls a wet noodle, and just, and then breathing. And so yeah, I'm looking forward to it. 21 days, and we'll see. He says it's going to be dramatically opening my hips. So the one good thing about spending $69 is you do it every day. I don't want to waste that money. Tonight, busy day at work for me. Put in a lot more hours than I like to, but you got to do what you got to do. That seems to be a common thread. But I did weights tonight, and it was another one of those, oh man, just push yourself downstairs to do the weights. I didn't want to do them, but you do them. So I'm going through, as you can see, a common thread right now is just push through. And I've always had this saying, and I always use it, is if you go through the motions, you will succeed. So what that means is basically you're, mentally you might go, oh, I don't want to do it. But if you do it, your body is going to respond. Your body doesn't care if you're enjoying it or you don't want to do it or whatever. If you stop eating, the body's going to respond. If you work out, the body's going to respond. And it cares less about mentally, that you're into it or not. So if you go through the motions, you will succeed. That's one of the axioms that I have. The other one, I've got a lot of them, but the other one is it's hard to feel sorry for yourself when you're doing something good for yourself. So for example, if you go out for a run or a bike ride, or you do weights or a walk, and you're doing something for yourself that's, and again, to me it's more physical exercise, that sort of thing. When you do that, something good for yourself, it's really hard to feel sorry for yourself. So that's one of the things that you could be a little melancholy or down or whatever. We've all been there. And I find that if I do something good for myself, it's hard to feel sorry for myself. In terms of the weights, hey, I got it done. There's nothing greater than finishing something that you didn't want to do. And I look at weights that I want to make sure I do it every 3rd day. So, or 3 times a week, basically. And got her done. And now I'm going to dread doing the next one. Talking about weights, my son has already started to put up our rack. So we bought this PRX squat rack that I've mentioned before. It goes in the garage. It attaches to the wall. And the cool thing about this is that it folds into the wall so that you can park your car in the garage. You'll see a lot of these squat racks are freestanding, right? But they'll take up, space here, length, all that. You can't park a car in the garage. This system, there's a few systems like it. This one was some guys that were on Shark Tank, and it's a cool system. So we'll see how it works out. there's no way I could have put it up. My son is really talented in terms of building stuff, so he's working away at that, so I'm pretty excited to get that going. And yeah, just eating a lot of cherries, keeping the workouts going. Hopefully the hip opening stuff is going to help, because I really would like to get out and run. As soon as my toe is a little better, then, and it's getting close, I may go for a little jog, maybe a kilometer or something like that. I gotta get back running, man. I love running. It takes me to a very special place. And yeah, it's my moment of zen. Diet wise, I'm still eating, like now that I've cut the stuff out, it's like 1,700 calories, and yeah, feeling good. And you know, what can I say? You just got to stay the course. Take it one day at a time. And so now today was day 311, and it all started on that first day, one day at a time. Anyway, that's it for me. Living pain, over and out. We'll see you tomorrow. Have a good one.